Deuteronomy chapter 23, some laws related to worship, and also, again, just for us, kind of random civil regulations. Here we see only those who were loyal to Yahweh were to come and to worship. And so foreigners who keep to their religion aren't to come to the tabernacle to participate in worship of Yahweh. And that may kind of be a little strange or odd. Again, understanding the cultural context. Worship is something God is saying, in 10 commandments, you worship me and me alone. It's not, you can worship Yahweh on the Sabbath, and then you can go also and worship Molech, or you can, participate in the rituals to Baal or Ashtaroth and kind of maybe cover your bases. Worship, faith is about allegiance, loyalty, and God's consistent in saying, I'm the creator. I made you. You're made in my image. You're called to be loyal to me and me alone, because God is loyal to us as well. And so, those who are going to hold to their faith, their allegiance to, I'm going to serve Molech, but I just am going to hedge my bets and kind of worship Yahweh as well. Or maybe I want to get in good with the Israelites, and so I'll join them in the temple, but I'll still keep to my allegiance. God goes, no, it's me or your God. There's no kind of being on the fence, or there's no kind of covering your bases. Choose who you serve. And these foreigners, again, then the perspective of just foreigners in the sense of that they're staying to their religion. They're to be excluded until they're kind of removed from, and here's the thing, 10 generations or 3 generations. And is Moses being literal? No. We can't even in that context have understood this to be a literal thing, because Ruth, we're going to see, yes, a few generations later, but Ruth, a Moabite, becomes part of the nation of Israel. Rahab, a Canaanite. It's about allegiance. And so it's being removed from the influences, the ideas, the worldviews, the practices. And and for some, there's more to be removed from. It's a bad way of saying it. It's that, think of someone, you've grown up and your entire heritage, 10 generations back, your family has served Molech. How Molech is how you view God. And here comes Yahweh, and you see that there's something different, but there'd be a lot of things you would need to unlearn. A lot of practices would go, well, this is how I'm used to worshiping Molech. And it's like, no, that's not how Yahweh is looking for us to glorify him and to worship him. Some people just had less to remove from their perspective and practice. So again, is there a dynamic where this is looking to, if you're coming from one of these people groups, there's a big repentance, there's a big change of mind, there's a big change that's going to need to take place. And even kind of as a community, it may be a long time before it would take them to unlearn and kind of unlink themselves. And so, again, putting this chapter into context, again, we want to look at the big picture here. The cleanliness laws, it's about right worship. Again, cleanliness wasn't necessarily sinfulness. It was, I'm associated, or I've become associated with something that doesn't reflect God. I'm made in the image of God. I'm made to reflect God. And again, just using that simple dynamic of life and death. There's something about me that is now associated with death in a way. I need to remove that, clean that off symbolically. And so it's just that reminder for me and a symbol for those around. Yeah, God is a God of life. And this is important, and it is powerful. And then there's laws, regulations in this chapter about keeping your vow and acting with integrity. So right worship and right living. And sometimes we make a distinction between these two. Now, there's how I worship, what I do in church, and then how I live Monday through Saturday kind of idea. And that's just not good thinking as well. It's just the context we're in. When we're in an environment where we're seeking to be focused on God individually or as a community, there's things related to right worship. When we're looking to love our neighbor as ourselves and in that show love for God, reflecting his character, his integrity, right living, it's still an act of worship. It's just the context is different. One may be with others or by myself, focusing on God very specifically as the center. The other is I'm walking with others, I'm talking with others, I'm in a context of living, that day-to-day life, so to speak, but it's still in the context of is God the one I am looking to keep at the center of how and why I live the way I do. God cares about every area of life because all life matters to God. He made it for a purpose. Again, this sparks any questions, love to have them. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today would you know his peace. God bless.